Hello guys, and welcome to another video. First of all, let me say thank you so much for the love, for the feedback, for everything. We are growing in such large numbers or huge numbers. We are growing. That's what I'm trying to say, and I'm so grateful for the feedback, for everything that every person or every viewer has been doing, is whether watching, commenting, sharing the video. And yes, thank you so much. So today, let's start this video first. So I'll answer two things in this video, because for the documents, it's like there are a few documents, so somehow it could have been a very short video, so I'm going to combine it with how much money you pay for green card, the whole process. So first of all, the first document that they were asking for, or to send you an email and tell you that you need to scan these documents and send them back to us, and then they are going to respond and say that they have received the documents. First of all, it's good conduct. Good conduct, I think in other countries it's called criminal record certificate, something like that. The other thing also, I think, passport biodata. Yes, the part where it's your face, your passport photo, and then yes, the biodata, you know, that page in passport, and then also birth certificate. So those you scan to them, and then they keep on sending you emails, so they communicate to you, they explain it to you how to scan the documents and all those things. So the other thing is DS260. So DS260, you put your details, your address, your parents, what else? Yeah, there was also the part where you put your host details and also the address. And I don't have any access to any WhatsApp group concerning the DV program, but if you go to Telegram and you search DV, like for this year it's, I think, DV 2023, you're going to find so many groups there. But also be careful, because there are so many scammers. There are so many scams in those groups. So once you're done with TS260, what else? There are documents that your host has to send to you. His or her passport biodata. There's a certificate of naturalization. I think that's for citizenship or something. And yes, for those people who are asking whether I can be a host, first of all, I don't have any certificate of naturalization to show, because I'm not yet a citizen of this country. Details for the documents, those are the only documents that you need. And if you need anything else, they will communicate to you. And let me say this, I'm speaking for a single person, like a person who is not married, because for people who are married, the details, the document said good conduct, passport biodata, and birth certificate. People who are married, you need to show a marriage certificate. So for the most part, I'll be speaking of a single person, because that's where my case lied at the time when I was applying, or when I was going through that process. Those also who are asking that whether I used the cyber guy, yes, I did. I didn't know anything about application. So I paid 300 bob Kenya shillings for the photos, for the passport photos. They tell you that the form is free, the one that you put your details, they tell you it's free, but you also have to pay for the passport photos, which was 300 bob, and that's $3. So I'll be doing the math around here on the screen. So the cyber photos, that was 300. My application at the time was free. After winning now, I didn't know how to fill the DS260 again. It was my first time. So I paid the person who was filling the information for me. I paid 2,000 shillings. That's $20. Also paid 200 for the form. at the time I was so naive and I didn't know anything, and then you're so, oh my god, I need this thing to be so perfect because I don't know anything about it. So I also paid for the form, and it was like a paper. He gave me like a paper, Shika, go with it at home, write your details, your mom's name, your father's name, your blah blah. I was like, what? When I went home and then came back and realized that's not the DS260, I felt so bad because my 200 bob went like that. So we have 2200, and also for the cyber photos, that's 2500 so far, right? Yes. And so 4550 for the 32-page passport. And I went to Embu. The first day I went, I forgot my birth certificate, so that was, I think I was paying 600 fare. It was 600 from where we used to live to Embu, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4. So I made 4 trips, and let's say I used 600 times 2, that's 1200 times 2, 24, and expenses here and there. And sending the documents, of course you have to go to cyber because they needed to be scanned as specific, I think it's PDF, not JPEG, PDF. So I paid 200 for the documents to be scanned in the cyber. I went to NEC to verify my Form 4 certificate. I think I paid 23.20. I went to medical. Yes, somebody asked how much I paid for medical. I paid 7,835 shillings. So I think that's $375 if I'm not wrong. Let me say $396 for the interview. So let's add that. I'll put it as 39,000 on my side, Kenya shillings, and also the fare, it's 500. So that's until interview, and so far we are at 91,055. That's until the interview is over. So after the interview, there's a USCIS fee you're supposed to pay, and sometimes they tell you can pay it before leaving. You can also pay after you have come here. Amount is $220. I think that's 22,000 Kenya shillings. And then for the fare, I paid 98,000. Now we are at 211 and 55. So that's roughly what I used. I've tried to include even the fares, the expenses here and there, the tiny amounts like the cyber fee, 150, 200, all that. So that's 211 and 55. Oops, zoom in. Wait. The amount, yes, the amount could be different for everyone. Some people paid more for the air ticket, others paid less. I ended up missing my last connecting flight, and also had to, it was not on my side, but there was another cost of $170 to try to connect me to where I was going. So roughly I would say it's, after you add the 17,000, it's 228.55 shillings. Of us, most of the people who at the time their visa was a single person, not a family based. Yeah, I think they spend around 200,000 and 230,000 Kenya shillings. So if you convert that, I usually just divide with 100 to get the amount in like dollars. So let's say $2,000 to $2,300. Roughly, that's what we used. But I don't know how about other countries, how much they charge, but all those figures that I gave today were for what I incurred and what most of us incurred who won green card or who went through the process in Kenya. So yeah, I hope I've answered most of your questions, and all the best as you apply for green card this year, and also for those who are waiting for the results, all the best. I do hope that you all win. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.